So, head to your local BMW center for exceptional offers through BMW Financial Services and define your own adventure in a BMW SAV, even if it is at the local farmer's market. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Right now, Lisa,
When did the Lions play?
BMW 530i sedan for as low as $539 a month. Details at SoCalBMW.com.
Hi, this is Dave from the Foo Fighters. Radio music you should know from the Foo Fighters. There's actually one song on the record that I
Oh, did they?
thought we should cut. I don't think we should put this.
I didn't see. What? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean the Lions are 3-1? The Detroit Staffords are 3-1?
Radio All Access. Sponsored by RCA Records.
The helpful SoCal Honda dealers are proud to announce the Blue Apple Award
I did not know that.
teachers in LA. Nominate a teacher that's made an impact in your community for a chance to reward them with school supplies and more. Visit KFIAM640.com, keyword helpful to enter.
Hey, Snohomish, Washington, everybody.
KFI, an iHeart radio station.
I'm lazy. I didn't have a bumper ready to go. That's totally my bad. Super Hyper Local Sunday. Brian Suits in here until 10 p.m. I can recycle one. What do you? By the way, Josh Saylor is on vacation, so for the next couple, I don't know, at least till 10 p.m. Blake Doan is going to be our engineer. And how long are you here? Are you covering his entire vacay? Here's a bumper. It's the one I just played. So not next Sunday. So in other words, you're saying don't get used to you. We should just, you have contempt for us and all that. All right. Well, yeah, you can still participate in Have You Seen a Deer this weekend? And that's going to be next hour, by the way. Well, the weekend began with a double homicide in Lancaster. Authorities are searching for a gunman responsible for the fatal shooting of a man and woman in Lancaster early Saturday morning. The shooting occurred around 1:45 a.m. on the 43,000 block of 6th Street East. This is what LASD said, the Sheriff's Department. 2 victims were found in the street. Paramedics responded. Officials said both people died at the scene. Detectives are still looking for the shooter and the weapon. The Sheriff's Department said they have identified multiple witnesses who were helping with the investigation. That's not a typo. The LA Sheriff's Department have located witnesses who were assisting with the investigation. And as we've come to expect and as you've come to anticipate here on Super Hyper Local Sunday, anytime there's a shooting at a party or pretty much anything after 12:30 a.m. and witnesses didn't see nothing. Nobody saw nothing, and no one is cooperating with Honky McGill. So this afternoon, downtown L.A., there were a couple of humans versus trains this weekend. And, you know, the winning streak on the part of trains now, I believe, is still 12,007 to 0. And so today that winning streak continued. A man hit by a train in Chinatown Sunday afternoon was left so severely injured he had to have both of his feet amputated. According to LAPD, the train crash happened just before 2 p.m. near the 1700 block of Main Street, right between Lincoln Heights and Chinatown. Here's the wacky part. I'm starting to believe that wherever I go, news happens. Because I was in Little Tokyo today at the Marukai market around 1:30 having lunch, buying stuff and junk. And I heard those sirens, and it was a heavy response. And that's what it was. Man versus train. Again, train winning. Train now with a 180-year winning streak against human beings. So in this case, the man's feet, this is kind of the awful part. The legs were badly mangled by the train, but not cut off. So they were surgically amputated mid-shin, apparently, a little later on. The alert described the man's condition as serious, saying he was left with severe lower extremity injuries. Later in the day, an LAPD official told KTLA that the man lost both his feet as his legs were amputated from the shin down, once he was treated for his injuries. The amputations were made below the knees. Authorities have not released further details. Earlier today in South Pasadena, just around 10 miles away, a train struck and killed a person. This is from South Pasadena police. They confirmed to KTLA. The officer said it was unclear if that incident was a suicide or not. I mean, besides a de facto suicide. But again, I've never understood how you don't hear a train. But then remember was it about a year ago that they were filming, a guy was filming a commercial? Or it was like a fitness YouTube video or something here in Burbank, up by the Metrolink tracks, up by I-5 or something. And the guy was like running on the tracks and the train hit him. And so, I mean, maybe the camera crew could have given him a heads up or something, but I think that was. Well, that's their selling point. That's what they better. So anyway, again, the continued toll of the train menace rolls on here in the Southland. All right, so I don't know how to. There are more murders. We're just going to, rather than hit you like a ton of depressing bricks, we're going to throw them in onesies and twosies at you over the course of the show, interspersing even Have You Seen a Deer and Mega Local Sports Break 7000. I don't want to hit you with all the deaths, suicides, and or murders from this weekend, because it was an unusual amount this weekend. Okay, so pay attention if your kids are in the Saugus Union School District or other school districts. And here's your heads up. LA Times kind of buried the lead on this, but did a charity called Flutes Across the World contact your kid's high school or junior high? Here's what they do. They teach students how to make a very crude flute out of PVC pipe and make mouthpieces and etc. And these are shipped to the children of the world, apparently, or something. I don't quite understand what the organization does. Bottom line, the Saugus Union School District, if your kid made one of these flutes, they need you to put it in a paper bag, not a plastic bag, but a paper bag, and contact LA Sheriff's Department because there might be an instructor's semen on it. And that was not in the brochure. So, 2 Southern California school districts were giving conflicting messages over the weekend as they attempt to guide parents through a scare touched off last week by a state and federal investigation of a music specialist suspected of contaminating musical instruments with semen. Responding to the probe, Saugus in LA County sought help from parents to collect the evidence, call LA Sheriff's Department, and they said they were, quote, focusing on workshops where students made flutes out of PVC pipe with this one specific individual who was a suspect. The message was signed by the Saugus superintendent. Listed a total of 7 locations where the specialist gave workshops and assemblies. In the Saugus district alone, parents whose children brought home the instruments were advised to place the flute in a paper bag, not a plastic one, and call the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Station. Paper is considered less likely to damage evidence. Sheriff Sergeant Mike Konechny said Sunday that deputies were dispatched to at least 1 or 2 calls. Also, the U.S. Post Office is opening up an investigation into this, and they do this if there's mail fraud. When the LA Times says we're not quite sure why this is, it was not clear why the Postal Inspection Service was involved. It's because mail fraud is suspected. Well, meanwhile, in Fullerton, the chief of police of Fullerton and the district in Fullerton is having a similar issue. Only the difference is that in Fullerton, if your kids were in a workshop with flutes around the world, they're saying, do not collect the flutes. Quote, our district has checked with our chief of police from Fullerton, and the flutes from the program do not need to be tested or collected for the police department or Department of Justice. So Fullerton giving conflicting advice to what Saugus is doing. Okay, so what's Flutes Across the World? I mean, I'm sorry. What the hell is Flutes Across the World? The investigation was disclosed Saturday by the Orange County Register, which reported that the instructor representing an organization called Flutes Across the World, or FAW, worked with students in at least 4 school districts. All right, so what the hell do they do? We'll come back to that when we come back here in just a second. And a late afternoon murder in Hollywood. That plus, is anyone doing anything in Puerto Rico besides telling us all or browbeating us into pronouncing it correctly. It is Super Hyper Local Sunday. Brian Seats in here until 10 p.m. on KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk. Michael Chappé with the news.
Clear. Bumper reminder.
Mind you.
Yeah, you're good.
Chris Carson got carted off. Looks like a bad injury.
Ew.
But I don't know why Pete's
I saw the
still playing
3 and I went,
starters.
fuck.
I don't know why Pete's still playing the starters. 21.
I know.
Because everyone's getting hurt. Three fucking big injuries today. They need to stop.
You mean with the Seahawks?
No, just
Oh.
today in general.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you... Oh, I can find it. I forgot that. Yeah, that OJ story is
How was that?
kind of the story of the day.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So they're saying he's going to live in Vegas now instead of Florida?
Well, then he's going to move to Florida. Here's Curtis, everybody.
You see a deer? Deer watch.
Yeah, if you have seen a deer this weekend, then you can shoot a message up here on YouTube, and we'll report it.
I only hire technicians and installers that remind me of Mr. Green Jeans. Happy, hardworking. He just wants you to be happy. Call GOE-TTL. It'll keep you cool, but it's hard to spell. If you see
One of the hit songs, the West Side Story, called Maria.
Yeah, that's right.
the phone number at yellow.com.
Wrong person.
TTL.com.
Looking for lows tonight in the 50s and 60s. A little bit cooler tomorrow after somewhat of a burnout. Highs near 70.
We still got like 3 minutes, though, right?
Inland areas. Traffic from your helpful SoCal Honda traffic center crash in North Hollywood on the 170.
Yep, this one's on the 170 northbound as you get over to Roscoe. So it is now taking away the right-hand lane. It was taking away more lane.
The Burbank guy looks like he's like a fitness dude filming some Instagram video. Or
Yeah.
something, is what it's,
And he got run down or
Yeah.
something?
The traffic jam, big rigs conked out in Elysian Park. Now, they're saying some of the northbound side of the 5 at Stadium Way. I'm seeing more delays on the southbound side of the 5, starting about Los Feliz, and it's going to stay busy down to just before the 110. So, of course, if you see anything, 888-500.
How did the Raiders play today?
Yeah, they got destroyed.
Oh, that's right.
Because Derek Carr went out hurt again today at the end of the game. Just like last year. Him and Marcus Mariota hurt on the same day. Last year is when they both broke their legs.
How did Mariota? What's his injury?
I don't remember. There's OJ.
Thanks.
Hamstring or something. 2 years in a row, both of them hurt on the same day.
Yeah, dude, so I could buy a double wide, but I ain't finding no condos.
Well, it's gonna take a lot more. Like, you'll probably have to really watch to see when condos open up and stuff. Cause
Especially for what my budget is.
Yeah, they go so quick. Yeah.
A double wide wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, though. Buying a double wide?
Like where, though?
Out by me.
How about where?
I live in Glendora.
Glendora!
I have a buddy who wants to move out. And I would like to move out also. But, what's up, yo?
What's up, honeys?
Yeah. How many honeys we got on there? But the thing is like, he's willing to pay rent and all that kind of stuff, but I'd rather, if I could buy something, at least get a return on it, you know? Because I have the money for the down payment, and I don't think he does.
I almost, just out of the clear blue sky, bought like 40 acres in eastern Oregon 2 years ago.
Just rests
And because it had a crushed gravel road, it had hookups, had electricity and all that. And I'm like, worst case, I can plug shit into electricity there. Live in a tent. I mean, it's like a total.
Worst case, you buy a tent trailer for $10,000.
Yeah.
Park that up. That actually wouldn't be that bad.
What do you know? No, bad, no.
I like tent trailers.
We used to go camping like every 2 months. Like when I was in like middle school, we would go camping every like break we had, which was cool.
We have like a big ass trailer. We have like a 33-foot fifth wheel, like a house on wheels kind of thing. But I still like tent trailers because it's almost like a in between. You don't have, it's not as much hassle as that whole like.
I love those mini campers. Those tiny things that you see, where the back opens up to a big kitchen and bar and all that shit.
And stuff?
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
I think those are like little 8-footers. Those are cool.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I don't know, man, living in a trailer. I was like, my dad's selling the house in Ventura, and he's moving into like some trailer, like 2,000 square feet in Camarillo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one I just saw was it was a 1,600 square foot for $165, and it's in the same complex my grandma lives in.
Really?
Nothing you can do about that.
$165 grand.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Right now on a 30-year loan, the monthly on that with everything is estimated to be like $800 a month.
Yeah.
So if I could did a 15 loan on it or something like that and pump it out faster, because if say I could rent it out.
Renting that same amount of space would be $1,600 anywhere else anyway. Yeah.
But if I get my buddy, he's like for sure down to rent for like $500-600 a month. So if I upped it to wherever my thing was like $1,200 a month and he pays $6, I pay $6. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Except for my credit sucks. Like just instead of.
I'm on part 6 of the Vietnam War documentary at this point. I've got 4 more parts to go. And I'm not going to make a judgment until I watch the whole thing. But I am seeing kind of an annoying pattern on the documentary. So.
Oh yeah. Last year it was Christmas Eve when they both got hurt.
Who?
Mariota and Carr.
And Carr? Oh yeah.
Both broke their legs. This time Carr went down and it was like his back. Mariota's got some hamstring thing, but that's just weird.
And then I'll fade it up.
What were you antenning? What was the first time?
What's that?
You said, and then I'll fade it up.
No, I'm just saying I'll